Virgo, welcome back to my channel. Let's go ahead and see what we got going on for you for these weekend vibes. Let's see what we got, Virgo. I'm going to go ahead and drop one of these cards. This is going to be the body part that you shall focus on this weekend. Let's see what we got for you. What the angels want Virgo to pay attention to. All right. It says shins. Meet resistance. Face what is in front of you. Okay, so I feel like some of you are being urged to resist temptation. Try not to worry about what happened in the past. Focus more on what needs to be targeted right now. Okay, I feel like some of you are really burrowing into what could have been versus what should be, right? And how do we move forward? Okay. Your shin is a very delicate part of your leg. And so I feel like you've been bruised, right? Like your ego has been bruised. Take it how it resonates. That is just what I'm getting. And if I bruise your ego, then pun intended. But we shall move forward, Virgo. Let's see what additional messages you get from the Spirit Guides. Spirit Guides, please give me 2 messages for the sign of Virgo. What do they need to know? Jeez, we got 4, Virgo, 4 messages. All right, so the 2 that are upright, we're going to keep together, and the 2 that are facing down, we're going to keep together, okay? Virgo, you have multiple masks. Anger in attempt to mask insecurity. What it is? I mean, Virgo, what's going on? Oh, you have 3 and 2. Okay, so we'll talk about these 2. So Virgo, I feel like there might have been a connection that went south for you. Excuse me. I don't know if this was the person you were with or if this is you who weren't showing their true colors, weren't putting their best foot forward. There was a lot of things that happened in this connection that did not align to the greater good for either one of you, okay? And you're being asked to work on any insecurities that you have as a result of that disconnect, okay? You've got, in the other pack, you've got Enchanted Cat, Spiritual Energy, Mystic Power, Inner Magic, Divine Force, Fortune's Protection, Barriers Against Darkness. And this cat has like a diamond on the head. So cats are usually really self-sufficient, very sly, very slick, don't really need much, attention. And this is telling me that you are really tapping into, they're actually known as mystical creatures. And so you're being asked to kind of go within. Some of you are very like spiritually inclined, ask your ancestors, your spirit guides to give you discernment to be able to, really find peace within yourself that you cannot get on your own, okay? You have charming chat, inspiring news. So, looks like there might be a new connection coming in for you, Virgo. And then you have don't be fooled, tricks, misleading, and mental traps. Okay, so I feel like you have a new connection coming in, right? However, you could sabotage that once again. Okay, I feel like you need to really work on yourself, right? Your insecurities and any disturbance that you may have that can then trickle down into this new connection and in turn kind of like kill it before it even starts is what I'm hearing. Okay, you need to work on that because I'm getting here that something good is coming in for you, but you might just still be harboring resentment, ill feelings with this past connection that will then, be manifested in your new connection. So take a look at yourself inside and see where it is that you need the revision. Okay, let's go ahead and do 2 of these oracles, and then we'll clarify them with tarot. Okay, what do we have coming in for the sign of Virgo for this weekend? By the way, this connection, this new person coming in, you may meet them this weekend. Okay, broken promises, Virgo. What else do we have for the sign of Virgo? And booked and busy. Okay, so Virgo, I do feel, all right. With broken promises here, you're still fixated on that past connection. What could have been, should we get back together? Do I need to, work things out? I just feel like you're holding on to disappointment, right? And here it says disappointed expectations, failed commitments, lost trust, words meant nothing. So this is how you feel about that past connection, and you still hold on to this. You're still holding on to the what ifs in that past connection. But let's get some clarifiers and see what we get for this weekend. What's going on for Virgo for this weekend? Clarify the broken promises. Okay, you've got the 4 of Pentacles. All right. Give me 2 more for. You got the Hangman. Okay. All right. We're getting there. Let me because I want to get this all in frame. I do have to move this up. All right. The Hangman, 4 of Pentacles. For some of you, I do feel like there might be some financial opportunity this weekend for you to be able to increase your finances. You're either looking at a new business opportunity where your money's is gonna grow. Okay, so anything that's posed to you this weekend, take a good look at it. Because it could lead to some financial success. I'm getting that. That's a side message from what we were originally talking about. Okay. Yeah, there's a really good connection coming in for you, Virgo. But I feel like you self-sabotage. You have to allow yourself to start from scratch with every new connection and not be able to carry out the fears that you have based on past connections. I feel like you kind of still bring baggage from your past connections and those fears, those hidden fears that you will be doing the same thing or the same outcome will result from someone completely, totally different. Okay, that may not even be exactly like the last person. So you need to give yourself the opportunity and the grace, because this weekend, this person could be coming in and you don't want to have those resentments. Okay. Clarify the booked and busy. For some of you, I do feel like you're just going to bury yourself at work. All right. You've got the High Priestess. You're going to bury yourself in work. You're not really focused on love. Some of you are just closing the door down on love, period. Okay. What else do you have for booked and busy? Clarify booked and busy for me. King of Cups. I'm telling you, this person coming in, this connection coming in could be very good for you. And it could lead to, like a higher level of commitment. But it's all about, just use your intuition, all right? Use your wisdom and be patient. Overall, be patient, Virgo. I know Virgos can be impatient. Be patient, all right? Time will tell if this person is meant for you, okay? You could be entertaining more than one person too. And this could be where your insecurities come into play because, you know, you just don't trust. You struggle with trusting people, right? And so you always keep your options open because it's safer for you to have like a default. But yeah, I mean, if you that's great if that's how you want to live, you know. But for those of you who want to find a true connection, you can't, have a door open without closing another one. Like you've got to sever. Okay, that's what I'm hearing. I will leave you with that, Virgo. I do appreciate you hanging around with me, and as always, remember kindness matters. And until next time, I love you. Bye.